Hi, and welcome to the Share It Today show. Are you someone that has low self-esteem or know someone that does? We'll get to know who you are today, right here on the Share It Today show. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome, Anna Russo with Success Strategies.
Pleasure.
Thank you for coming on the show to share with us on our topic, the importance of knowing who you are. A lot of people don't know who they are. They think they do, but they don't. And let's share why that is.
I couldn't agree with you more, why that is. Most people identify themselves with what they do. And they have a very low beliefs of themselves. As a matter of fact, you probably have had experiences like I have in the past. I don't do that anymore. I would do something very well and something that was hard to figure out, and then I go on to another next project. When we know who we are, we create the results, and we take that deep breath to feel that good feeling that we're going to utilize. We're going to need it because life is full of challenges, and challenges happen every day. When we know who we are, we realize, yeah, we give ourselves credit for what we did, and we realize that we need to stop and smell the roses instead of just running through another project. Because if people don't know who they are, they become, it's like a double sword edge. Mm-hmm. They, on one end, they want to please other people. They're always saying yes, so they don't even know how to say no. And yet they become resentful later. Okay. Because of the fact that they're saying no out of have to rather than a choice.
Let me ask you this, Ms. Russo. Is there a possibility that people are defining who we are versus we defining who we are ourselves? I mean, because some people believe they become who other people define them to be.
The majority, unfortunately.
Okay, so how could one define who they are without allowing other people to do that for them?
Well, that's that's where the challenge comes in. People need to develop, they need to grow. And when I've been doing this for 20 years, and when I first started studying in neuro-linguistic programming, which is the study of how the mind works and how the words affect the nerve system that comes out into behavior.
Okay, let's say that again. Words affect?
The words affect nervous system that comes out into behavior. Mm-hmm. So before then, I didn't know who I was. I allowed my environment to define me. Mm-hmm. The feedback that my parents gave me, well, my dad was pretty hard on us, and you could never please him. So I thought I wasn't good enough, and I kept eating because of the fact that I felt bad inside. And my mother, on the other hand, was a victim of the environment herself. She didn't know how to stand up for herself. How could she help us? So we all became kind of victim of the environment, and that happens to a lot of people. Mm-hmm. And now I've been doing trainings for 20 years, and I realized that people in the 20s don't look for development. The people in the 30s, late 30s, they start coming in.
They start wanting to know who they are.
Who am I? Why do I do the things I do? Mm-hmm. How is it possible that I promised myself never to get angry, and within a half hour I'm getting angry again?
Mm-hmm. Why is that? Why is such a big difference? At 20 years old, I don't have a clue, but maybe at 30, I really want to know, and then at 40, I probably do know.
40 are the ones they start showing up a big time. Mm-hmm. The 40-year-olds, they say, who am I? What I'm here about? How is it possible I have no control over how I feel? Mm-hmm. And then they start to discover that the way, the feelings don't come just from the middle of anywhere. The feeling comes as a result of how we see ourselves and what we say to ourselves. All of us, as human beings, doesn't matter what country. I've done trainings in Italy as well as Canada, in the United States, obviously. No matter what the country is, we see the images. As human beings, we speak that way. If you're speaking and somebody says, I see what you're saying, see is an indication they're looking at the image of what you're saying. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I hear you, they're listening to what you're saying. I don't know, I got to check it out. I don't feel good. That feels great. They're feeling what you're saying. So people that have a low self-esteem, low self-confidence, don't know who they are, they don't see themselves as being the age that they are. They don't see the qualities that they have. They kind of block that out, and they just
So
go
for the
in.
lack of, so is it better to say the lack of identity is a result of low self-esteem?
Absolutely.
We're going to talk about that more when we come back in a moment.
For more information, contact Share It today at 248-968-2780 and visit shareitnumber2day.com. Share It Today is another source of outreach for the mission of Virtuous Family Community Services, helping build families for opportunities and advantages. Visit us online at www.vfcs.org or email us at help@vfcs.org. DVDs are available for purchase online at shareitnumber2day.com.